You've been in therapy for 2 years, maybe 3. You've paid thousands of dollars to sit across from someone and retell the worst moments of your life, again and again and again. And every Monday you leave that office feeling raw, exposed, like someone peeled back a scar that was starting to close, and called it healing. We need to have an uncomfortable conversation, because the industry selling you healing may be the most elegant trap ever built. Marcus Aurelius commanded an empire, buried children, led armies in sub-zero temperatures, outlived betrayal after betrayal from senators, generals, his own bloodline. He never sat on a couch and talked about his feelings. He had something the modern therapy industry doesn't want you to find, and we're going to show you exactly what it was, and why it works at the neurological level where talking never reaches. Here's a picture that's become an epidemic. Someone call her Mara enters therapy at 27. Smart, accomplished, self-aware. She goes because she keeps choosing emotionally unavailable partners. She knows where it comes from. Absent father, anxious mother, a nervous system wired for chaos. She's done the work, 3 years of weekly sessions. She can narrate her childhood with clinical precision. She has language for her patterns. She has insight. 3 years later, same pattern, different man. Because here's what no one told Mara and what the industry is structurally incentivized not to tell her: understanding trauma is not the same as regulating the nervous system that keeps recreating it. Every time Mara sits in that office and retells the story of her father walking out, her brain doesn't know the difference between memory and reality. Cortisol spikes. Heart rate elevates. The amygdala fires as if the threat is happening now. She is neurobiologically back in that kitchen at age 9. And the industry calls that processing. What she's actually doing is re-traumatizing herself on a weekly billing cycle at $200 an hour. And the worst part, the online version of this has removed even the minimal human safeguard of an in-person relationship. You download an app. You're matched with a therapist by an algorithm. You cannot verify their credentials beyond a badge on a screen. You type your deepest wounds to a stranger on a platform whose subscription model depends on your continued enrollment. Read that again slowly. Their revenue model requires that you don't get better. A platform monetizing your healing journey has a financial incentive to extend it. Seneca said there is no favorable wind for the sailor who doesn't know where to go. If the person navigating your nervous system has no destination, only a process, you will circle the same waters forever, expensively. Marcus Aurelius wrote this in the Meditations. Read it carefully. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. He didn't say process your events. He didn't say explore your events. He said power over your mind. The Stoics had a specific name for the governing function of the mind. They called it the Hegemonikon, the ruling faculty, the inner command center that no external event, no trauma, no betrayal, no loss can reach without your permission. The Stoics weren't telling you to suppress emotion. They were telling you to interrupt the signal before the emotional hijack completes. This is the distinction that changes everything. Modern talk therapy operates top-down. It leads with logic. It says, let's understand why you feel this way. And that approach carries a fatal architectural flaw. You cannot think your way out of a nervous system state your body believes is life-threatening. The moment your threat response is activated, the prefrontal cortex, your rational mind, goes partially offline. Logic becomes unavailable. You are in the body, not in the mind. The Stoics understood this instinctively 2,000 years before neuroscience had the language to describe it. They operated bottom-up. State first, calm the body, regulate the nervous system, then engage the rational mind. Epictetus, who was enslaved, had his leg broken by his own master, and still became the most quoted philosopher in the ancient world, said, "Seek not that the things which happen should happen as you wish, but wish the things which happen to be as they are, and you will have a tranquil flow of life." That is not passive acceptance. That is a neurological protocol. He is describing the deliberate interruption of the threat response cycle, not by talking about its origin, but by installing a new operating state before the rational mind attempts to engage. That's the difference between a library and an operating system. A library stores your story. An operating system rewrites how you respond to it. The therapy industry, especially the algorithmic, subscription-based online version, has inverted the entire architecture. It keeps you in the library, cataloging your wounds, paying for the shelf space. What we're building here is the operating system, and it's rooted in what Marcus Aurelius was actually doing, not as philosophy, as daily practice. So what did Marcus Aurelius have instead of therapy? He had a daily architecture, morning reflections, not to process emotion but to preload the Hegemonikon before the day's provocations arrived. He was inoculating his nervous system in advance, installing the state before the storm came. Evening reviews, not to dwell on failure but to recalibrate the ruling faculty. Reset the architecture. Prepare the operating system for tomorrow. No couch, no algorithm, no subscription. A daily protocol for the nervous system, grounded in the understanding that the mind cannot lead when the body is in threat mode. That's Stoicism 2.0, not quotes on a background, not journaling your feelings. An actual neurobiological intervention installed at the state level before your psychology attempts to engage. Now, if you're still listening, if something in your body just shifted, that uncomfortable recognition, that's your nervous system telling you the truth your talking cure hasn't delivered yet. Here are your 3 paths forward. Path 1, the free diagnosis. It costs nothing to find out what's broken. We'll identify your specific neurological leak, whether you're an oscillator trapped in the anxious avoidant loop, a dopamine zombie running on stimulation, or operating in fawn mode, compulsively managing everyone else's nervous system but your own. We diagnose the leak. You decide if you want the blueprint to fix it. Path 2, the oscillator blueprint. If you already know you're stuck in the anxious avoidant loop, if you've done the therapy, read the books, said the affirmations, and still find yourself choosing the same patterns in different faces, the oscillator blueprint is not a course, it's a protocol. Path 3, stay here. Every video is a component of the operating system. We build the architecture every week, but if you're done waiting, take the audit. Comment to get the diagnosis and begin the installation. Marcus Aurelius didn't journal his wounds. He trained his ruling faculty. We train nervous systems here, not timelines. Come find us today.